Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's live stream AMA. We've got a fun guest for you. On today's live stream, I did just leak it on my personal Twitter account. So if you want to know who it is, you can go check that out. But yeah, so we're going to have them up. We're going to talk about what's going on with Pixels, all of the fun stuff. And yeah, if you have any questions, throw them in the YouTube live chat or the Twitter live chat. And let's bring up Luke.
Hey everybody, excited to be here today. Today is going to be more of like a normal AMA. We have a guest, obviously, so that'll be fun. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. We'll have some more stuff that we're going to start to show probably next week when it comes to future plans, even though I teased that a little bit in a tweet yesterday, which I can pull up. But basically, high-level stuff we were working on inside of Pixels right now is we're still tweaking and updating Chapter 3 and core loop of the game. We're seeing a lot of promising stuff there, so I'm actually very optimistic about the future of core game now. We wanted to get Chapter 3 out, see how it changed some of our metrics, some of our return on reward spend, all of this stuff. It's trending in a very positive direction. So we'll continue to do tweaks on core loop, core economics, and if it holds where it is, I think we're actually in a pretty good spot where we can start scaling the game quite soon. And that will look a little bit different than what we're doing now. It ties into some of the other stuff that we teased, yesterday when it comes to PetsApp, when it comes to like this new app that we're working on also. And yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of missing why exactly we're working on all these things at once, right? It seems like we're a little busy at Pixels right now, and there's like a few different things that we're working on. But I promise you guys, it all ties in together. So essentially what we're trying to figure out with all these things that we're working on is we're trying to figure out how we can actually grow a Web3 game to a normal audience, right? We have clearly found some niche inside of crypto Twitter at some points with Pixels. The issue is, we never really broke out into a traditional Web2 audience, which is fine. Maybe you don't need to. But we do need to focus on growing a paying user base and actually building a solid fundamental business. So there's some ways that you can reinvent the wheel, right? But then sometimes what you want to do is you want to take what's working in, the rest of traditional industry and see if you can improve on that a little bit better. So our thesis has shifted a little bit where, we love you guys. We love crypto Twitter. We love everybody who's following Pixels. But I think all of us at this point kind of understand that in order to grow crypto Twitter, crypto gaming, we need to move beyond the current audience that we have right now and expand into like more traditional gaming audiences, right? So what we've been working on with PetsApp and this other product that we're working on, I'm not going to say the name yet, is figuring out how we can market some of the concepts that work really well inside of Pixels to a more traditional gaming audience. What are the things that resonates with them? What are the things that they, would like to see inside of the game that has some of these play to earn or some of these crypto elements? And how can we bring them to a way that's very digestible, something that we could run paid advertising on, and something that we could also still build revenue from too. So in order to do that, we have to kind of go and run these experiments. We have the PetsApp kind of being that, initial experiment box on paid UA messaging all of this too. And, we're also tweaking, experimenting with different types of rewards too. This new app that we're working on, I don't want to say the name of it yet, but it's not Chubkins, the PetsApp. It will kind of be your hub for rewards inside of all of our games moving forward. We're not going to move Pixels fully there, but we will have some of your rewards in Pixels be available in this new app. And we'll talk more about what that looks like probably next week or the AMA after. But essentially what it is, it's a way for us to kind of bring play-to-earn concepts to a more Web2 audience. And that's how the PetsApp will work. The PetsApp will basically have all the play-to-earn rewards not be directly in the PetsApp, but be in this additional app. Every game that's working inside of Pixels ecosystem will also be using this app in the long run. And we'll also open up this Earnings Hub app to other studios, so not just Web3, but also Web2 studios. So that's kind of the high-level plan and concept of what we're doing. So, basically we're reworking a whole earnings engine. We're trying to tweak it for a Web2 audience. We're experimenting with, Web2 user acquisition with this PetsApp. All these concepts that we're working on with this PetsApp, we're going to bring to core Pixels next. And we'll start to do growth on core Pixels. Now that these metrics of core Pixels are looking like they are actually trending in a very positive direction, it seems like we'll probably start to be able to do that by end of the year, if not like very early next year, run like full go-to-market campaigns with paid UA on Pixels, targeting a Web2 audience, switching up how we do a few things in the core game. And that will still come with updates when it comes to quality of life, gameplay, and even the chapter 4. But we'll start to do scale and start to do like actual user acquisition quite soon as well. So that's the lay of the land. That's what we're kind of working on right now. We'll dive into some questions, but yeah, if you want to maybe like go into your stuff, Heidi, I know we have a guest waiting,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we do. So if you guys are unaware, we launched a pretty fun partnership with Fableborn yesterday. It's not just a quest. It might feel like it's just a quest, but it's not. It's a 3-day quest to reveal something pretty big in Fableborn. So let's bring up TCAF Tyler from Fableborn. He can tell you all about it.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Nice to be here. Thanks for having me. To the audience, I'm sure you were hoping for someone a lot better, but this is what you got. Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you so much, Luke. You're getting me fired up backstage there, man. Talking about your kid, and I just got 3 hours of calls around similar topics. So I was like, can't wait to come to Pixels and have fun. And we're going to talk more about paid UA and and go to market strategy. But no, it sounds awesome. So I'm excited for you guys. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Do you want to tell us all about this grand reveal that was done through the quest?
Yeah, sure. So when we first started talking with Pixels, we've always wanted to do something, I think, between our teams, even something like this quest. And we're brainstorming on what made sense for both of us and what's like a fun, cool narrative that we can tap into. Living Phoenix would have been a cooler guest. But so we are releasing a new season with Fableborn very soon. We'll actually be announcing that date tomorrow, which is exciting. And people can finally stop asking me after a year when they'll be able to play Fableborn again. But when it comes to the quest, we have a new hero coming out in season 4, which is really exciting. She is very, very fun to play. Completely different combat style from any of the existing 3 heroes that we already have. And she's got a really cool like story to her and lore, and you kind of learn that lore and like about the background a bit through the Pixels quest. And so at the end of the quest, after the 3 days, once you've collected all the things with the Phoenix, you'll reveal what our new hero for season 4 looks like. So that'll be like the grand reveal. Is first time ever seeing our hero will be via Pixels, which is really cool.
It's so exciting. Yeah. And I think some people have already completed it because it's day 3 and you need 3 days to complete it.
That's
So
right.
some of you might have, you already know her name. Well, I kind of leaked it in a lot of places. Also, the quest is literally named it.
Yeah. Her name's
There's
Ember, if you haven't
her
figured
name's
that
Ember.
out. Yeah.
But at the end of the quest too, you get rewarded with an outfit that you can wear on your Pixels avatar. That is exactly what she wears. So you can be badass just like her. Yeah. So Sophia said she missed a day. You've got this. It's also, this is a permanent quest in Pixels. This isn't leaving. This is not temporary. So she's going to be forever around on the mountainside. So yeah. We have been talking about doing this for a while. Me and Tyler, this is behind the scenes, guys. Me and Tyler met at GDC and we were like, let's do something. And here we are, like how many months later. So yeah. Thank you for allowing us to do this big reveal through Pixels, first of all. And yeah, excited for season 4, of course. Maybe I'll hop in and play a bit.
Long time coming. I'm planning on spending some time this weekend to finish. I've gone through day 1 of the Ember Unleashed quest. So I haven't revealed her yet because I haven't completed it. But so I have 2 days left, I guess. So
yeah, you got this.
I'll do that this weekend. But yeah, season 4, long time coming. For those who don't know, like we keep the game closed in between our seasons, and our last season was live basically exactly a year ago today. So it's been quite some time since the Fableborn rating has been available. But yeah, there's some cool stuff that's going to come along with season 4 and our ecosystem. If you can, put 2 and 2 together. So sorry.
I said power.
Sure.
It's all you tweet about. Like, I'm not leaking anything. All you have to do is follow you.
Follow the leader. Yeah. There's cool stuff with Power Eco and with Fableborn season 4, and we'll start unraveling the threads tomorrow when we release the trailer for season 4. So basically from tomorrow on, it'll be off to the races. Yeah. So really excited. I'll tell you, I'm personally excited because, you guys understand this as the very community facing team members, all of the questions that we get all the time, and wanting to be able to share as much as we can, but knowing that we can't always share what we want to be able to share. I'm personally looking forward to having no one ask me ever again when season 4 will be. I think I'll be hearing that in my dreams for the rest of my life.
Well, this is Pixels lore, which you might remember, but we took a year to release the Pixel token, and it kind of kicked off this When Pixel campaign that brewed from the community. And we ran with, when we were actually about to release Pixel, finally, we really ran with When Pixel, and we were launching when everything. It was it's a whole thing.
I think I was in the crowd saying When Pixel. I was there.
When Pixel, yeah. It was an iconic moment in time. So we understand fully what you're going through. But it's very exciting times and pivotal times too. So yeah. Awesome. Everyone's like, when chapter 4? Oh, when chapter 4? Oh yeah, there's chapter 4, and we've got season 4, guys. Chapter 4 will not come out with Fableborn season 4. No. You guys can enjoy chapter 3, okay?
You're on chapter 3 right now.
Yeah, no, we just launched chapter 3 of our game. So they're
right.
Well, 4. Okay, insatiable group, okay? Anyways, thank you so much for coming up. Exciting
Yeah.
stuff. Everyone go complete the quest. And oh wait, I said I was going to give away VIP with you being here. Let's see. Okay, everyone spam the chat. With Ember, maybe? That makes sense. Spam the chat with Ember and I'll randomly pick someone. Okay. Go spam Ember.
Oh,
Let's get
Ember in the chat.
Ember in the chat. Okay.
I'll even
Sorry,
put it-
every other comment is also about Luke getting sunburnt. So
Yeah, man, it looks nice. Where are you at, Luke?
Yeah, I am slowly making my way to the Philippines. I just have to stop somewhere first. But yeah, we'll be there next week, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Are you guys going?
No.
That's too bad.
Once again, we have missed the window of YGG. We missed it by 2 weeks last year, and 1 week or a few weeks this year. So, yeah.
I remember 3 years ago, Luke messaged me and said, "Hey, can you go to the Philippines in like 3 days?" And I was like, yeah, it didn't happen. We didn't go, but I said yes. So I understand. Okay, let's see this chat here. I'm just gonna randomly select the same usual. I'm just gonna scroll on my mouse and click. Okay, so we'll send you a tradable 3-month coupon. So if you have VIP already, you can give it away to one of your friends. Let's go. Okay. All right, that's almost your name. Kai try _co. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to say your name. Congratulations, you won 3 months VIP. Please reach out to Pixel support and somehow prove that this is your account and let them know your details and we'll send it over. Amazing.
All right. Nice.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming up and this whole quest thing. And yeah. We'll let you go.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. 1, for having me, but 2, for all of the hard work your team put into the quest and your flexibility for sure on the release of the quest. It really means a lot to us, and we're excited to kickstart hopefully the first of many fun integrations that we can do together. So yeah, just appreciate you guys and have a great rest of your AMA.
Amazing. All right. We'll see you later. All right. I have a few more things that we can run through. So obviously we had the quest. So if you haven't done that yet, please go ahead and play it. Okay, hold on. I just took a screenshot of the person that won. So I want to make sure I send it to the right people. Okay. Fab. Okay, there are a few really cool creator posts that I thought we could highlight today also. So let's dive into that. Let me share my screen. Here, wait, let me make sure I'm clicking on the right thing. Here we go. Okay, this is a really awesome thread by Bija. I actually don't know if this is Latino or not, or Spanish, but Billa, let's go with, made this really cool thread all about Chapter 3 Bountiful, all of the information that you need to know. And it's a huge thread here. So this is really cool. Yeah, so shout out to them for making this. I'll send the links in chat so you guys, it goes on forever. This is wild. And I'm sure if you guys even posted comments, yeah, look, he's even replying to like every comment. So I don't know what this is, but this is cool. Sorry, you got distracted.
Hold up. I think you have, let me try to remove this.
What?
I did the wrong thing on screen.
Was I not sharing the right thing again?
Well, it looks, yeah, it's now there's nothing up here. At least I don't see anything.
Okay, guys. Okay, now we see it. What screen was I sharing?
The intro.
You know, I blame StreamYard, the system we use. All right, back to the beginning. Bija, I don't know how to say your name, made this really cool thread all about Chapter 3. Like I said, it goes on forever. Tons of really good information in here. And like I said, you can comment. They're replying to all the comments. Like it literally goes on forever. And then this is the thing that I was stuttering over. Like, wait, what is this? I don't know what this is. But cool. Yeah, this is a really awesome thread. So let me just go to the top here. Again, Philipixels, and I will link it in chat. This was another interesting post that we had. So Che did a 1,000 pixel grind as a free-to-play player kind of like I was gonna call it activity campaign. I don't know, like thing. And then talked about all their experiences with doing that just for fun, which is really cool. So you can check that out. Once again, I will send the link in chat. But yeah, this is a really cool like guide with some good information and good details in there. So shout out to Che. And we're bringing him up again, but Chicken Pet posted this really cool post highlighting that over 200 million pixel are now staked, which is just wild numbers. So shout out to Chicken Pet and shout out to everyone that has staked pixels. This is a really cool milestone. So yeah, thanks Chicken for highlighting it. All right. And next, we had a really crazy, wild thing happen. We posted it. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Gosh, time flies. It feels like it was like a few days ago at least. If you guys saw, Ronan posted a video with Cloud White and Geo on Pawn Stars. Now, for my folks that are not North Americans, Pawn Stars is a very, very iconic TV show that has been on forever. It's an American TV show. Us Canadians also watched it like crazy. And if you know what a pawn shop is, it's exactly like that. It's a pawn shop in I think it's in Vegas, and it's a reality TV show, and people go in, you basically just like get sucked into these stories and these backgrounds of like people going into this specific pawn shop and pawning these items, and they bring in experts, and it's like this whole thing. And every North American, at least that's like my age, or actually I used to watch it with my parents. Like everyone knows Pawn Stars. Okay. Geo I think Geo did a podcast with them, and he and Cloud White went on the show and did like a whole thing selling or trying to pawn different Ronin items, including a Pixels NFT Spaceland, which we posted the clip of. Hold up, let me share my screen again, and let me share the right thing this time, because apparently I have I do truly blame StreamYard, because I'm clicking on the right thing. Okay, there you go. Anyways, I won't turn on the sound, obviously, but you can go to the Pixels page here and you can see the whole clip of Cloud White. Actually, you know what? Sorry, this can I call an expert? There's a second half to this video of them bringing in an expert, and can you guys guess who the expert is? Okay, you're not fast enough. It was Geo. So I don't know if that second clip has been posted. Maybe I'll chat with Geo and see if he was planning on posting it somewhere. Geo himself has posted so many clips from this too, and the podcast, and Rick right there, the like older gentleman in the video who is one of the famous stars from the show, posted his the podcast video and everything. So anyways, this is a really cool moment for the Ronin ecosystem, and Geo actually leaked the video to me. He showed me it when we were in Singapore, and I lost my mind because this is just so cool. You know, we often say like, oh, Pixels hit mainstream with like Luke getting on a more mainstream interview or podcast or something like this. There's literally nothing more mainstream than Pawn Stars. So like, this was really cool. This is really cool. Okay, yeah, so go check it out. There's that. Next thing I wanted to quickly highlight, and let's just see, I didn't pull up all my tabs. I'm usually so much more prepared. I'm sorry, guys. The Game Awards final voting ends in 5 days. It ends on, oh no. Did I lose connection? Is it me? Is it you? Am I live right now?
No, you're good. You're live. I just really need to get out of the sun.
We all know. Okay, Luke, go get. Let's bring him down. Okay, just me for a minute. Okay, the Game Awards. So the voting ends on Monday. So we have a few more days. So if you haven't voted yet, make sure you do. If you go right in Terravilla, this is the easiest way by far to find the link and whatnot. It's linked right in Terravilla. So I'm an egg. Here, we can all walk together. My egg. This is a Mochi, and I will never, it could be the rarest Mochi of the whole collection, and I will never know because I will never hatch it because I just want to be an egg forever. Anyways, there's this sign right in the middle of Terravilla, so you can just click on that and it'll take you right to this page right here. So we are nominated for for 3 different awards. So click through, vote for all your favorites. I know Sleepagachi is also nominated for an award, so I would say you should probably vote for Sleepagachi also. And then the awards ceremony will happen in Manila. I think it's on Friday of next week, and they will be streaming it. So actually, here's tea, guys. They are live streaming it to, I think, YouTube and Twitch and like the usual channels. So we're going to have a watch party in Pixels, which will be really fun. So pray for us to win, go vote for us to win, and then you can actually see us receive the award, which would be really, really incredible and wholesome and amazing. So yeah, please go vote for us. And with that, actually, speaking of Manila, let's pull up. Hold on. We tweet too much. Hold on. Okay, let's go. There you go. Pixels Neon Zone. So this is a really cool thing for us too. We are hosting a big side event in Manila on Wednesday next week. So exactly 1 week from today, the Pixels Neon Zone is taking place. It's like literally going to be a recreation of the Neon Zone in Manila. It's at a club, so it's going to be a big party night. There's going to be neon lights. There's local DJs. There's Berry Blast on bar. and there will be arcade games. We're actually making little zones tokens that you can use to play the arcade games to get actual stuff stubs that you can redeem for merch. It's going to be so much fun, such a vibe. So make sure you go register now. The link is in the subtweet of this post. So make sure you're there. I'm so excited. It's going to be such a blast. And with that, the last thing I have to mention about the next couple weeks is that Luke and I will be traveling. So AMA times might change. We'll see. Oh, actually, on top of that, we will probably be doing a live AMA from YGG's event like we did last year. So stay tuned for that. It will probably take place on Saturday. This year, though, we're definitely planning some weird stuff for it. So it's not going to be like just as chill as it was last year or is usually. So yeah, things might be a little different over the next couple weeks, but it's going to be really fun. I promise. I am absolutely never eating balut. It's not happening. I'm sorry. So
I'll eat it again. I kind of, honestly, you guys made me way too scared of it. I don't think it was that bad. I think I kind of liked it.
Will there be higher, lower? Yes. Guys, there's going to be traditional arcade games with like what you can imagine that is rentable. And then we are printing out giant cards so you can play higher, lower and coin flip. So higher, lower and coin flip will be like playable things, and we're like printing all the custom stuff for it. It's going to be really fun. There won't be a Zeller at the event. We decided to scrap that. But there might be something else that's I don't want to leak it. I want the pictures to just leak of it. I'm not going to leak what it is. New dance, Luke. Are you going to get caught on camera again?
Oh, somebody told me I should learn one before. Honestly, I mean, I'll do it.
Oh, that was so funny because I remember standing right next to you and thinking, I'm not doing that because that's going to be filmed.
You gotta give people what they want sometimes. Honestly, like, what I'll say is going to the Philippines for the YGG Play Summit last year was one of the highlights of my year last year. It was super motivating, getting to meet all of you guys in person, getting to see players who actually play their game, chatting with a bunch of you, meeting like some of the people who I've never met in person, but in person for the first time. The event's super well run. Gabby is one of the nicest guys, like such a good guy. And yeah, I would highly recommend if you're in the Philippines to go there. And even if you're not, like it actually is probably worth going. It's where you'll meet a lot of the like Web3 people you've been interacting with for a long time. Truthfully, it was way better to me to go there than any of like the other crypto conferences like ETH Denver or Token or anything like that. Like if you're somebody who just loves crypto gaming, like those ones aren't worth going to. This one definitely is.
Yeah. Because this one's so player focused. I feel like a lot of conferences are very focused on like the B2B side of things, which is important and special and exciting. But there's nothing like meeting the person that you've just like farmed next to for the last 3 years. You know, it's like a totally different relationship and vibe. And the YGG Play Summit is so focused on the community aspects of Web3 gaming, which is also such like a niche industry, right? So it's really cool. Karaoke and AMA. We will not be doing karaoke and AMA, but I was actually thinking last year we had a karaoke event, which you guys might know because Kagi has leaked a video of me singing multiple times. It's the same like 2-second clip of me singing an ABBA song. But I wonder if we got to do karaoke again this year. Okay, let me just scroll through the recent things to see if there's anything related. And and then we can also just dive into more normal AMA stuff.
Yeah, there are a few things we can go over just looking at the questions, so I can dive into some of these.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I did just want to say, you said you've been commenting on the Twitter stream. That works. We see everything. As long as it's on the Twitter stream and not just the comment section, we see it here. So you're good. Okay. Someone called me the queen of memes already. Yeah, you guys love to clip these AMAs.
Okay, so I see a few questions. Anything else you want to go over quickly?
Nope, that's everything.
Amazing. I'm just wondering why Luke was sitting. Well, I was sitting on. It's a little cold, and I'm outside. Now I'm cold. I'm not in the sun. I'm not going to burn, but I'm cold. Okay,
Sunscreen.
I don't even know why I brought up that one. But yeah, so I saw vPixel an offer in the offer dashboard. So yes, you did. We started rolling out vPixel offers to some users. And vPixel, again, it's fully integrated into the game in the staking, right? So if you earn vPixel, here's how it works, just as a refresher. You'll earn vPixel in the game, and if you go to spend any pixel in the game, you'll have two different balances now. You'll have your vPixel balance and you'll have your normal pixel balance. If you go to spend pixel inside of the game, we're not trying to screw you over. We'll basically take any of your vPixel balance first, right? So if you deposited pixel or if you earn different pixel, that will stay aside. And anytime that you go to spend any like pixel inside of the game, your vPixel balance is taken first. So you can still spend it like normal. Everything is the same price. You don't even really notice it when you're spending it, right? And then also, if you want, you can withdraw vPixel and stake it on chain. So if you stake vPixel on chain, it works the same way as staking a normal pixel. You have to go through the staking dashboards, and then you have to like select vPixel to go and stake it, but you'll earn staking rewards just like you would staking a normal pixel token. So it is in the game now. We're testing it out. It's actually kind of promising, to be honest. Here's the thing I was skeptical about before we introduced vPixel. I was wondering how much people would want to earn it versus something else. Transparently, here's what we did. We ran a bunch of offers to users, running an offer that had a reward for vPixel versus an offer that had a reward for normal pixel. And we gave like a bunch of different variations on them. So we could actually quantify how much somebody wants a vPixel versus a normal pixel. And actually people wanted it more than we thought they would at the beginning stages. So that's a good sign. And that actually will open up some new interesting gameplay possibilities with vPixel. So expect us to introduce more vPixel mechanics soon, because vPixel is interesting because we can actually give out a lot more of it without having to worry about the same issues of giving out normal pixel. And it unlocks some different interesting types of rewards potentially. So keep that in mind. We'll probably start to experiment with it a little bit more. We have one mechanic in mind right now that would use VPixel heavily, and it's a really cool one. It'll change the game a lot if we introduce it, so we have to be a little cautious with how we roll it out. But I kind of gave the team the green light to go out and do this, so we're not going to talk about it too much yet. I think if you've been in the Discord, you know what I'm thinking about. But yeah, I don't want to give too many details or really too many promises on this AMA yet because I don't know when it'll go out. There's like some complexity to figure out with it, and it might have some second order effects also. But just do expect us to be experimenting a little bit more with VPixel in the short term because it's been a little bit more successful than we thought.
I just want to pull this one up. We need text versions of the AMA. So we do post recaps on the Pixels post. They can sometimes take like a day, and they're condensed versions of the AMA. But yeah, there's if you go to the Pixels post, there's a tab that says AMA, and you can just hang out there, and there'll be a recap posted.
I didn't get any offer. I thought you abandoned it. No, so we've been building a lot of back end for this offer system, and like the teams are working on a couple other things. But we have been shipping offers to users. So we'll start shipping. Oh, military jet. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But yeah, we have been shipping offers to users, but just small subsets of users. So we're going to start to ship them more broadly pretty soon. And again, this new app that we're working on, it's basically taking this offer system inside of Pixels and making a whole new app around this offer system. So, there's been a lot of back-end work to go and make that ready too. It's the same team working on these two things at once. But basically, Core Pixels is our guinea pig for this offer system right now. And it's actually the most important part of experimentation. So yeah, we'll start to speed up that offer testing in Core Pixels over the next month as well. They are going out, just not to everybody. There's small tests happening here and there, basically.
Okay. How often do you receive pixels from staking? I haven't touched mine. I assume they're still staked. So there's 4 different games that you can stake against, and all of them you receive pixel staked rewards, different intervals. But I will just say, I also saw you posted again asking if they're still there. They're still there. They're still staked, but I do recommend you go in and get your rewards and restake your rewards so that you're earning more.
What happened in Neon Zone? Please just change in mine and high or low leaderboards. The rank game rewards are very good. Yeah, so there actually are tweaks coming to Neon Zone soon, from my understanding. We're actually adding
dynamic leaderboards went out like yesterday.
They went out. Okay, yeah. So there was an update yesterday with Neon Zone rewards. So keep checking that. Basically, it's like a new way to do rewards in the leaderboards. We really like Neon Zone, and this actually might be where the offer system is very useful in the short term too. So here's the concept that we're going to be starting to test with the offer system when it's out in this app. So eventually, when we have this offer app out, what we'll do is we'll give you rewards for playing a bunch of different games too. And like the idea is, it's actually really valuable for a new game to get new users or like have users engage in different parts of the game, right? And Neon Zone is kind of like a separate mini game inside of Pixels. So it's a really good way for us to test, okay, if there's users here who have not really been participating inside of Neon Zone, but they do play Core Pixels every day, can we get them to start trying out Neon Zone with an offer? So expect something like that, maybe even too. But yeah, we're still building it out. It's actually one of the more successful areas of Pixels right now when it comes to return on reward spend and all these other metrics that we've been talking about a lot. So yeah, we're quite excited about it. And yeah, don't expect this in the short term. We can't go too broad with focus, but I could even see us doing something where we like take Neon Zone and make it something standalone in the long run. Somebody said, I see an offer tab in Chubkins too. Yeah, so the way that you'll earn inside of Chubkins is only through offers. That'll be the only mechanic to earn. That will give a bunch of different offers for different mechanics inside of the game. Like here's examples of what we're thinking with the Chubkins app, the Pets app that we're working on. There's really obvious offers that would make sense to give the users. Like, hey, raise this pet with somebody else, or invite 5 friends, or make a TikTok video that hits 10,000 views. Like that's all the kind of stuff you can expect in some of the early versions of the app. But there's also some other very interesting mechanics that we'll start to do too. We're going to introduce some mechanics around collection. So basically like completing sets for all of that too. Like if you complete a rare set, we'll have an offer that's standing as a reward there as well. And some other concepts like that too. So yeah, expect some, I don't want to give too many details, but expect some like almost like TCG trading card game like mechanics with this Pets app and the offer system too. And again, this whole backend tech system that's running offers inside of Core Pixels right now, it's the same offer system that will power the Pets app and this new app that we're working on too. The whole backend is the same backend. It's the same testing system too. So that's why it's very important for us to get this right with Core Pixels, right? And that's why iterating on these offers in Core Pixels is so important. And like how getting these offers in Core Pixels feeling good unblocks all this other stuff that we're doing too. So believe me, this stuff is all related. We're making progress on it. This is very hard to build. What we're building here, it has analogies to things that you might have seen like Ronin Arcade, but it's just like it's a lot more complex the way that we're doing it, and it's a better system in my opinion on actually giving out the right rewards to the right types of people. Yeah, so somebody had a question about in-game staking. Let me check with the team on that. Those rewards should be going out consistently too. Maybe the team just hasn't sent them out in a little bit. There's like a bit of a manual process behind it. If you haven't seen them come out in a little bit every now and then, just like give us a ping, and we'll check on them. There are like certain criteria that we need to hit in order to give out these distributions. But yeah, we'll try to move towards making that like a tight schedule soon.
Let me check how many pets are in Zeller.
I would gladly spend pixels if there were constant offers, but there were no offers. Yeah, so we're trying to increase the velocity of offers given out to users. Completely agree. That's a very high priority inside of the team right now. We got to get offers out to people kind of like every day, and repeating types of offers as well too. So that will be one of my priorities in like the next month or two to make sure that that's there, because we have the goal of getting this new app out by the end of the year, Chubkins, and this other app too. If we're not able to get these offers out to users consistently in Core Pixels, there's no chance that we'll get it for these other things too. So the team's working on it. That velocity will start to increase.
Happy birthday to the meme lord. Everyone go wish meme lord happy birthday.
Will there be a new offer that will reward reputation or pixel tokens? What I will say is these things actually are rewarded in the offer system right now. So think about what our goal with this offer system is. It's a little bit different than stuff before. Like what we are trying to build this offer system is like smart offers basically. So just so that we're all aligned. Like what the goal of offers are is we want to give rewards to people who will actually help grow the ecosystem. And that could be a few different things, right? Like playing every day is helpful, right? Like getting DAU is helpful. But also players that spend or have high reputation or actually that use the token more, that's probably more helpful to the game too. So that's what this targeted offer system is supposed to be about, basically. We want to reward the people who are the most loyal inside of the game. And loyalty looks like a bunch of different things. It's not necessarily just spend. But spend is a high metric that we look at with this, just to be completely transparent. It's the thing that's able to be gamed least by bots. And it also is like net positive for the ecosystem if we're able to reward people who are actually playing the game and spending more, right? But there's other things that we look at also. It's not just about spend. It's not just about spending a lot. It's not about being like a whale. Because if we only rewarded whales, that wouldn't be very good to the game either, right? Like there actually aren't even enough whales just to reward to get to where we want. That's not going to grow the game. It's not going to convert somebody into a whale. So yeah, it's a lot more broad than that too.
Can you put 3. I think they're trying to say offers, and we select one to complete.
Well, so part of what the offer system will do too is like we track offer completion, right? So in the future, maybe you'll get an offer that seems too hard to do, but that might be just the offer system testing some stuff, right? So, sometimes you might be getting something where it's like kind of a stretch, right? Just don't do that one. But that would be a good outcome of the offer system too. If we're giving you a bunch of different options, maybe don't complete them all. We give you some that are, achievable, some that are like reaches, stretches, all of that. The latest offers were to buy 4 million coins and get back 18 to 20 V pixels. Yeah, so there's different types of offers out there. You can use some offers kind of like a cash back offer too. Now that's not every type of offer. Like not every type of offer will be like you have to spend 10 pixels to get 5 back. But that is an interesting one too, right? You can also kind of view offers like that in terms of almost like a discount. It's more like a sale if we do it that way, right? So we are experimenting with like coin pricing a little bit that way too. So think about that kind of stuff also. It's actually pretty interesting what we could do in the long run with dynamic pricing of different in-game items through offers and like cash back almost. Rather than running sales and discounts for users, we could just offer like varying levels of cash back to, track like what users are able to spend or like what, these things actually be priced.
So someone's asking for a merchant ships update. So when we launched the merchant ships update a couple weeks ago, we did mention that the chase content for the what's it called? The Seaside Stash store. There wasn't going to be a ton of chase content coming in the next like little while. So I don't know. I don't think that there's going to be a significant update in the store yet, but there is a pretty big update in the works right now for another system in the game that you guys have been asking for that is pet care related. So stay tuned for that. Get excited for that. There's a big update in the works right now. I think they're doing the bingo card again.
Bounty Fall requires some tweaking. So there are tweaks basically after every session. We've been doing a lot of live updates. Now, there's a couple things going on with Chapter 3, right? Like initially, impression has been very good and it's like been somewhat successful, right? So there are short-term tweaks that we can do to the system, which we have been doing after every single session. And then there's bigger changes that we'll need to make the gameplay feel a little bit better too. Like one of the core issues with the union system is how do you make it so the unions can be competitive, right? So how do you make it so that when like one union doesn't just dominate basically, and that will be kind of a bigger set of features that we're working on. Now when we say bigger set of features, we don't mean like months and months out. Like the team is already thinking about solutions right now. And honestly, if you guys have any feedback on what we should do here, there's like a few different directions that we've been thinking. We've already experimented with like a few things as well, like giving a losing union a boost in the next one. Or the next session, for example, or having like, more items that can like double your boost or like double your sabotage, giving out like rare items to losing unions that might help them in the next time. There's a few different directions that we can go. The team is working on some things like this right now, and they're already in the works. They'll probably be out, I would guess, like a month. But ideally, we can get it like a little bit quicker, like some shorter term stuff as well too. The team actually has to go and build things whenever we have these new ideas, right? So that'll probably be the next big patch for Chapter 3, basically figuring out how to like solve this like dominating union problem.
Okay, come on. Clearly, you guys need to update the card. How can Bountiful not be on it? I hope there's at least Chapter 3 related things, or you guys are definitely not getting bingo.
What do you think about making joining unions automatic before every war? Like players get auto assigned to a union. This way it will be balanced. There are other options like that too. I mean, honestly, we're pretty open to ideas. Like we have some ideas on what we think will work, like some of the stuff that we had just described, but there are maybe interesting mechanics that we can do that are just auto balance in unions, for example, as well. I don't hate that idea, to be honest. Like there is something interesting there, but I think there is something interesting about having like a loyalty to a specific union. Like, I don't know. I do love the idea of just being like, I am a Reaper. And there is some fun gameplay that comes from that, of having like, an emotional connection to the union. So the reason why I wouldn't like moving people to different unions is maybe that reason. But if you guys have any ideas or thoughts on this, like obviously let us know.
Yeah. This person says they have a great idea, but didn't share it here. But you can let us know your ideas. We've got forms that you can fill out. We also have like a canny system. So just go to, honestly, easiest thing to do is go to Discord and ask, how do I do it? And they'll send you the links in channels. Also, I didn't know if you guys were aware, we had some requests from some, I think it was content creators asking for more notifications about like when things are going down in chapter 3. There is a a Discord bot. There's like a whole channel for it. So it's directly under general chat in our Discord. You can just turn on notifications and you'll get notified when like significant things happen in the system. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, we did actually mention it. Oh, then I have to figure out how to share my screen again. We did mention it with a little graphic here. Shoot. There you go. Stay updated. So Hearth events, and then you can just turn on your notifications.
This is a good question. So in voxels and PGA, we can see new recipes. Do they plan to add? Oh, okay. I actually thought this question was going to go a different direction. So basically, how our stuff works is you might see recipes inside of a game, and sometimes they pull some stuff that's just getting tested or tweaked, but it won't actually make it into the game. So, anything you see inside of those expansions, don't take as a source of truth. Also, it's funny because like sometimes I think the team was getting a little too paranoid at one point. I think we were putting fake stuff in there for a while to mess with you guys who were like doing all of that sleuthing. We're not really doing that anymore. I don't think
time for that. No.
But yeah, we were getting a little too paranoid. I'm like, guys, it's okay if they see stuff a little early. We don't have to like put fake stuff in. But I thought this was going to go a little bit different of a direction because I've seen some people mention it before where some people were saying, oh, voxels and PGA have actually like way better user experience in the core game. And I would agree. As we're thinking about the next stage of Pixels and where we go and take it, I am starting to think that a mobile native app is going to be more and more important. And the team was talking, like a month or two ago, being like, oh, it'd be such a big port to do a mobile native app. And I'm like, no, guys, PGA is already mobile native. Like it's kind of possible to do it with current tech stack. And yeah, it could make sense to help or have community help us with some of that in the long run too. So yeah, I want to shout out those two teams because they actually do a really good job of making the Pixels experience better. Like all the hardcore players have these exceptions for a reason, right? And yeah, as we start to think about mobile native, maybe it makes sense to rely on some of the community or at least take some inspiration from them.
Earlier, someone was asking how many pets are in the Zeller, and I believe there are 3, and there's 1 per day released. So over the next few days, those pets will be released.
Somebody said, imagine if merchant ships take us to foreign lands like Runeverse and trade for pixel items and Runeverse items. So
cool.
I do have thoughts on this. We have gone through like a lot of iterations on thought of where the game should go long run over the last year or two. One of the initial specs we had wrote for chapter 3 was something like having merchant ships take you to like worlds inside of Pixels and competing for a tier 5, right? Like I saw some people asking about that. even in the AMA today, because we did mention those specs. What we decided to do for chapter 3 instead was do something a little bit lower fidelity at the beginning stages. That way we could actually get a chapter 3 out and test the game economy and all of this. What I have learned building in this space is, I think you should do smaller features and test the economics first before you actually go and build out too much, because you could build a really high fidelity game inside of Web3 gaming. We've seen it. There are games inside of Web3 gaming that are, good graphics, like all this gameplay, but if the economics aren't there, like if you haven't actually built the economic systems in the right way, they're not going to work. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that we actually have switched this approach of smaller features, testing the econ first, because now, I am actually pretty compelled to say that a lot of what we're doing with chapter 3 direction will work, especially if we make it better. So now that we have these systems that we think are directionally correct, we can start building them and making them more, add more depth to them, basically. Think about how we can make the gameplay more strategic, think about how we can make the gameplay more fun in different ways, have things that are more like exploration oriented in the long run too. Like there's a lot of other ways we can take this now. And now that we have like an inkling of like what system works best for this, we can build on top of this. So short run, probably not in the cards, but a chapter 4, chapter 5, that's some stuff that we can start to think about. Now the cross game stuff is interesting. That was supposed to be a big selling point of Web3. All these items are on chain. You'll be able to use all these, in-game items between different games. That's a lot harder to pull off in practice than people wanted to see, or like what we thought. That was even the direction that we thought we could go in. Now, just you have to think about the practicality of it. Like everybody has to build their own games, right? Like cross-game functionality is not the easiest to do. Even a game like Roblox, where it's all the same engine, like the cross game items don't really work. It's skins that work cross game really well, right? Like in Roblox, your skin follows you across every Roblox game. But I think you can take a lot of examples of what can work inside of Web3 from things like Roblox or UEFN or other areas like that. Yeah, it just gets really hard. And also it kind of cannibalizes revenue too. But there's also ways they could get more interesting. Now, the areas where it does make sense are games that are deeply integrated, like Pixel Dungeons and Core Pixels. There could be interesting loops there long run. We even had talked about that for a little bit in the beginning stages of having, a crafting loop lead into Pixel Dungeons. And that's still something that's interesting. If we want to go more into the competitive route, basically.
Okay, we've got like 1 minute left.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Nerd is also great. Sorry, I just focused on PGA and um, and voxels, but yeah, the Nerd extension is also really really solid. What else?
Oh, this is so nice. And on your birthday. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, when new social
When?
dungeon. Oh, sorry.
Oh
You go
yeah.
on.
Yeah, I was just gonna respond to one UI update. So what I'll say is, if we were to do a mobile native version, we have to do a lot of UI updates. Like the UX right now won't stand for going mobile native, especially if we're trying to get Web2 users. Like new Web3 early adopters are willing to jump through a lot of hoops and willing to deal with UX that's not so good. Web2 people, we can't expect that. Even as we're doing like paid UA for our Pets app right now, there's like really obvious things in our tutorials and all this. If you've played the Chupkins app or you've downloaded it, you'll notice like the tutorial and like the day one flow isn't so good. It's kind of confusing at first. And there's less grace on bad UX in Web2 basically. So yeah, there's a lot of UI enhancements that would need to be made. Like we'll focus on mobile enhancements for like, a mobile version of Pixels next.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to highlight, talk about before we end
I
it?
think we went over a lot today. Um, yeah, I'm excited to start. I really want to show you guys that new app that we're working on next. I think we need another week or two before we'll demo it. It'll be like a new way to earn, basically. You guys already kind of know what's coming, I feel like. But I'm quite excited for that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And with that, yeah, remember to vote for Pixels. You can vote straight from Terravilla. Just click on the sign that says vote. And if you are going to be in Manila next week, make sure you swing by the Pixels Neon Zone event. It's going to be really, really fun. And then, of course, the main conference, we will have a booth, I think on Thursday and Saturday. There'll be some talks that are Pixels related. There's lots going on next week. AMA times might be weird. It'll be fun. It'll be a good week. So yeah, we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.